And welcome to the website audit of Chase Massage Therapy, where I review the visual design, information architecture, content, functionality, usability, and how it all affects conversion. So I always ask three things. One, describe your brand personality. Two, what are your conversion goals? And three, what are your website challenges of the current website? So Megan has admitted that she is unsure of the brand personality, and you can see that straight off. There's no logo, the colors are a little bit incongruent. There's not really a brand going on here. Secondly, her conversion goal is to book clients at one of the two clinics where she works. However, she's also said that she doesn't want the website to be super salesy. She wants this to be more informational. And as far as challenges, she's finding it difficult to update, but that's more of a technical thing on the back end. She's using Drupal. I would usually recommend WordPress. I find that it's more user-friendly for clients. And the second big thing that she's having a challenge with is that the website is not accessible on mobile. And we can see that here right off the bat that there's no responsive design going on whatsoever. That website is not flexing to the screen size at all. So first of all, your homepage is the most important page to quickly and clearly tell people what you offer and how it serves them, and it really should establish your brand and be a teaser menu into the various areas of your website. So we'll start there with the visual design. So again, right away, we don't really have a logo going on. Our color palette is a little bit incongruent. She does like the purples and the oranges, which are nice. I feel like the blues and the teals here are sort of out of line with that, but I think that's just chosen out of a portrait. So certainly honing the color palette would be one thing, and I would come up with a simple type-based logo, something that we can add a custom flourish to really make it hers. And then also updating the typography of the website itself. This is just an old website font that we've all used for a long time. That's Verdana. So the other thing to touch on here, one of the very first things very important is the information architecture. So that's how the content is structured and navigated. So we see that right here at the top. I would change these from buttons to just text links, and I would have my main call to action here on the far right where people expect it, and that would be a button. That would be to send people to the booking information. Right now we have that down here. Right here, something I noticed right off the bat is on a usability front is we have the buttons that have a bright orange over a dark orange. So your hover over or mouse over state, the text disappears. So you want to be sending people with that call to action in the upper right corner to this contact page, which tells people how to book at the two clinics. You've got your book online links here, and then a contact form. I'd maybe format that in a more visually pleasing way. Back to the home page, you want this to be, like I said, a teaser menu. There is some inconsistencies between the navigation and what's featured on the home page. So for instance, this feature is for learning more about Megan. This sends you to about, not really welcome, but we have about here and we have it on the home page as a feature. This, we have modalities here in the navigation, but this feature here actually goes to a different but similar page called massage services. So we have talked about combining modalities and services into a singular page that's really focused on problem solution in terms of how to approach the content for clients looking at this site. The third thing that is missing from the navigation bar up here is this client experiences, otherwise known as testimonials. It's nice that this is featured on the homepage. It clicks to here. It's a great type of content to have on a website. But again, testimonials or kudos or some other short and concise way of stating this should be in the main navigation so that as you're browsing through the website, all pages are accessible from all pages. One other thing on how we're navigating the content, frequently asked questions. This is really well done where you have the list of questions at the top, and then by clicking on them, they jump down to the question. That's another good way of navigating that content. So back to the home page. I would lay this out in a more spacious and linear way is the more modern way to lay out content. So you're giving people content a piece at a time in a more easy digestible way. So I might actually start this off with focused around the services or the types of problems and solutions that you're providing through massage therapy, with a focus on your specialty in massage therapy, followed by some information about a brief sort of teaser bio about Megan, learn more about, call to action, go to that page. And then I would pull out maybe a few different testimonials and put them in a slider, like a nice big section on its own as you're scrolling down this page. And then again, the call to action, view all testimonials or client experiences, and that would go to that page. You may or may not decide to also feature sort of the FAQ or approach in the same way as you're scrolling on the homepage. Maybe not as necessary to pull those out as features. So scrolling down to the bottom here, it's a very short page when we're scrolling like this. The footer I feel like is a missed opportunity. The footer is, again, it's another place where you can reinforce the brand to the end of the page. So that might mean repeating your logo, your contact information, your menu or navigation, and then also clearly having your main call to action. So that would be certainly how to book with Megan for a massage. So you would want to have a clear call to action here, booking, and then that again would go to this contact page. So just to quickly look through the other pages in terms of content and usability, she's making really good use of the hierarchy of information here by using, you've got main header, you're using subheaders. It's great that you have the keywords in the subheaders or any headers. This all matches up with your page content and what people are searching for. This helps your search engine rankings. Modality is very similar, using headings for hierarchy of information and also visually, so people, as they're reading through your information, they can find what they're looking for. Same thing with approach. I really like how she does this, where she articulates a piece of her approach and then gives an example of that with a client. So there's 3 different approaches here. One thing I would say is I would maybe not use images. I would use maybe little icons or something, just so that the cadence of the information, how that's punctuated by these images, is a little bit broken up, and I would give this a better flow. Now on the home contact page. So that's a pretty quick website audit. I hope this is useful. And thank you very much.